What is up, Cabbage Crew? It is Matt and John here talking, reacting to Dragon Prince, Book 2, Chapter 6, Heart of a Titan, which is an awesome title for what I think might happen. This seems like it's kind of a part 2 as well of last episode, so me and John are very excited about it. John's loving what he sees, loving the Avatar shirt John has on right now as well. I just have a gray shirt on. I'm a loser. But we are definitely enjoying this show. I think season 2 is starting to ramp up. We're also enjoying you guys subscribing and commenting. You guys are saying a lot of great things below. I know some people were mad about a specific person's name and I was mispronouncing. But besides that, yeah. I'm just gonna always call him Cram or Graham or Gem or something. Great character, go. But yeah, so any predictions on this one, John?
I'm just hoping that the seal gets open at this point.
He did. He opened it.
We didn't see anything.
We didn't see anything. Yeah, a little bit of a misleading title. Yeah. I think we both talked about a little bit last episode. We think there are going to be some deaths. Is it going to be all the characters that we know of are dead at this point? Which is Anya's parents and Ezran and Callum's mother. So we'll see.
I think we're gonna see this episode. Like I think the first half is gonna go back to like flashbacks and stuff, but then the second half is gonna be about like Viren and Queen Anya, like essentially Viren again. It's the manipulation of the child, right? It's just like he's gonna like grooming, kind of like a groom.
Like little Diddy style.
Not like Diddy, but
oh my god!
I'm talking about like grooming in terms of like manipulation because of power. Like saying like, oh, Anya, like here's this, like essentially gaining Anya. He's trying to gain Anya's trust, and he's going to groom.
I get what you're saying. I feel like Anya's not falling for it though.
No, she's not falling for it right now, but I'm saying he's going to use a tactic to get her to trust him more.
Yeah.
I think. Like, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I can see that. Yeah. So Varen is a manipulating character. So.
Callum, I know I'm not your birth father, but in my eyes and in my heart, you are my son. I see myself in you. I'm proud of you. And I love you unconditionally. In the short time I have left, in this letter, I will share with you a lie, a wish, and a secret.
Let's go. You want to predict any of that?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you think the lie is going to be? What do you think the wish is going to be?
I have no idea because I don't know what way they're going. I don't know I don't know where we're going with it.
I know the lie.
What is that?
I mean, I don't know the lie, but my guess is trust Viren. That's the lie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My thing is, why would he make it a lie, a wish? Like, why would he even do that? Why wouldn't he just put like, oh yeah, about P.S. Don't trust Viren? Like, why would he? Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I think the wish, we can all agree, it's like be the best person you can be, probably, and then something along those lines.
I'm going to say my prediction is that Viren is telling the story that most likely ultimately has his mother dying. I think those three are going to relate to his mother's death / this event that we're learning about. And it's all going to come together from Viren's point of view with Anya, and then also Haru is telling his story to Callum about, and it's all going to be one kind of story, very much kind of like the Fire Lord and Avatar episode, you know, where it's like two characters are telling the same story, but maybe not the exact same, but something, a concept similar.
Right.
That's where I think it's going to head.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What do you think the secret's going to be?
No idea. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have no idea. Like, they might be things we've never even heard about before. So I don't think it's going to be as direct as "don't trust this guy" or the only thing I could see it maybe being is him actually telling him. I still don't think Hera's dead. Him telling him I'm not dead somehow, some way, and being like, "Open this when I die," and then he's like, "Okay," and then he opens it and it's like, "Yes, I'm not dead."
It is ultimately a story of sacrifice and love.
Of course he's going to lead that way.
Aim for the cracks.
What about the butt crack? Ooh.
Ooh. Doesn't she have a scar?
Now what?
Hmm.
Over the edge. That's where Anamaya's patch.
Yeah. A lot of little origins here. She got away. Okay, no one died.
The legend was
There's the
true.
heart.
I'll come back tomorrow. I'll grab it.
Radiates with life, magic.
So, do you think you can?
Yes, we can save them all.
Where's Gren? I need a translator here.
We leave no one behind.
Thank
We
you.
do not leave our wounded.
Boom.
You wouldn't do this if it wasn't your wife's sister.
I've made my decision. And it is final.
I still feel like Hera would still do it, but whatever.
When I am gone, your brother Ezran will become king, and you will be his partner.
Yeah. Again, I feel like they could have compromised somewhere.
Great life history.
Advisors and scholars will tell you that history is a narrative of strength. They will recount stories of the rise and fall of nations and empires.
My human parents had an unusual taste in names. Velus with a silent D.
Tis fair. So, what do you do for a living?
I'm an assassin.
Oh, you're not joking.
Well, I'm supposed to be an assassin, but I've never actually, killed anyone.
Oh, well, maybe someday. Never give up on your dream. What's your dream?
Ugh, I wish I knew.
A little side conversation there.
Carrying the wounded. Our pace back to the breach was slower than I wished.
Yeah, again, I think compromising, you could have probably have taken 3 or 4 people to go take it, and then the rest stayed behind.
Hoping to escape the inevitable consequence of our
Yeah, probably.
trespass. Suddenly, the heat disappeared.
Moon Shadow Elves.
As a shadow covered the sun. But instead of relief, I felt a cold dread.
Uh-oh.
Thunder and lightning.
Thunder.
Is that the dragon? Is that the Dragon King?
I think so.
What a great transition. Transitions have been great.
This is very good.
You can't see too far ahead. I can't see at all, as I might have mentioned.
I forgot he's blind. He's a blind.
Once you know that, then wherever the river takes you, you'll be right where you were always meant to be.
Velus.
Phyllis, amazing. When you started talking, I was sure you were going to spout some complete nonsense. But what you said was beautiful.
Okay,
So-
Iroh.
You sleep with it.
Literally, Iroh 2.0.
I think the first scene with him reading what his stepdad said, it hit to me a little bit because I have a stepfather who I've known since I was like 4. Who, I mean, me and my dad have a great relationship, but it is something that it's like, you have a stepfather who is pretty much like your father. Like, he is a father figure to me. And now that I'm like older in my 30s, dating some women that are in their 30s with maybe kids, it's an interesting dynamic that I never really thought about. And even my stepmother too. Like I remember thinking this like a couple weeks ago randomly, that it's like, man, I give my stepmom credit because she was a single female at the age of like 28, 29. My father already had 2 kids.
Right.
So like, and then they got together, and obviously she had her own son too, but she's always like treated me like her kid, and same with my sister. So it's like, I can kind of see that like respect, I guess, with Harrow.
Yeah.
And maybe he was trying to maybe he didn't know how to take the situation of being a father to this kid that, isn't really his.
Right.
So I appreciated that letter. And then that scene was a nice scene too with Rayla. I'm sure you can speak about that.
Yeah. Like my dad. So yeah, same kind of similar situation where my dad was a stepdad to my brother, and like it's just a very interesting familial dynamics,
Right.
where you have like, should you give the step parent not like full control, but like have some parenting to your non-biological child,
Right.
and that's just something that you have to work on as a couple. But in terms of the Harrow itself, he's trying to have the true meaning of what being a stepfather is.
Right.
And he was saying how, even though you're not my blood, I treat you just the same, and I think of you and love you just the same. And I mean, it touched, just because I think that's what a lot of step parents want to be to their non-biological kid with their spouse. And
Right.
so yeah, I mean, it was a good emotional part to illustrate, especially to kids. So this is geared towards kids,
Right.
and a lot of families are mixed in the sense of like, not just like racially, but just like mixed in the sense of like stepbrother, like
Now more than
step
ever.
parents.
Yeah.
And so it was a good teachable moment for the young audience, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for one, this isn't for kids. This is for adults. No, I agree with that. It's also just nice seeing it the other perspective of the adult. Like, it's very rare. I feel like whenever there's a kid show, and even just a show in general about like a stepfather or an adopted child, it's always from the child's point of view. So it's interesting to see from the father's point of view, like, hey, I'm this stepdad and I have this kid, and he's kind of not my kid, but I don't know how to feel about parenting him. And, so that's a cool dynamic.
We have to hold off the dragon as long as possible so those carrying the heart can make it back.
Stop. This is our day. You get the Titan's heart to save.
There it is.
Oh, yep, there it is. They're wasting time. They could have been already up the hill. The dragon's pretty dope.
I agree. Yes, unleash. Oh. by the tail whip.
Theron. Without him to perform the spell, the heart is worthless, and this was all for nothing. I'll see you on the other side.
Oh no. She sacrifices herself. Oh, or not sacrifices, but she goes back.
The last time I saw your mother, she said, I will see you on
See?
the other side. I don't know what lies on the other side, but I do know I will be watching over you and your brother. Always.
Ooh.
I was there when Queen Sarai took her last breath.
That scene reminded me of the Phantom Menace. Not the Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith.
The spell worked. Both of our kingdoms knew who they owed their lives to. These incredible heroes. 3 queens, 3 mothers, became legends.
That's the statue.
Yep.
But you may open the doors.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Reject the chains of history. Do not let the past define your future as I did. Free yourself from the past. Learn from it, understand it, then let it go. Create a brighter future from your own hearts and imagination.
I feel lucky to have heard so many beautiful stories. This is how I've gotten to know
It's,
them.
it's still a no.
They are very brave and very strong and wise. I know it is not my place to say, but I am sure they would have been very proud of you. Why I believe that if your mothers were here today, they would choose to join us.
Yep. What I tell you.
I think you are right. Perhaps they would.
Yeah.
Manipulation.
But I will not.
Traitors.
See, I
Standing here
He's
today,
getting delusional.
you betrayed
don't even think he's gonna do. I don't know, man.
Finally, you must be wondering about the secret I promised to share. Well, good news. The secret is hidden in the Bantha Lodge, right where you are right now. How's that for planning? Right now, go upstairs to the game room. There I've hidden an unusual cube with rune symbols on each side.
Oh.
The Archmage Erebos, a master of all 6 primal sources.
The Avatar?
It is hidden in a box of keys.
Yeah,
because it
very
is
much.
known as the key of Erebos.
He can also evolve into a giant monster.
Hey, what was that? A shadow.
You're asking the wrong pirate.
There's something up there.
Oh. Another great episode, man.
We
Another great
learned
episode.
a lot.
Yeah, we learned a lot. So let's just jump right to the cube real quick, so I don't forget it.
Yep.
So, I was kind of still processing that. So there is a person. Is it a person? Is it that knows all 6?
Yeah, Ardvos.
Very much like the Avatar, but
Instead of the 4 elements, it's 6.
yeah. Very cool. Okay, so now he has another another quest. Yeah, I had a feeling the 2 stories would kind of come together, and they ended up doing that. Loved that storytelling.
Yes.
It's such a crazy, really like a crazy jump that this show's taken from season 1 to season 2. Like the writing's all of a sudden really good. The plot of every episode's hitting good. Like the last 2 episodes, these 2 episodes were strong episodes, and I love how Anya was like, No. Love it. She was like, yeah, sorry.
It's like, even though I really miss my parents, even though I haven't met them, but even with all that information, no.
Well, again, I kind of side with Varen, to be honest, because think about it. Like, if you look at the whole story, your kingdom came to ours in need. We could have said no, leave. Yeah. We helped you, and by helping you, we lost people and they died. And now we're coming to you in need, and you're saying not to help us, but to help everybody, and you're saying no.
No, that's what always happens, right? I mean,
yeah,
that just always seems to be the way things are. Sometimes it's like,
yeah,
it's like, I mean, not to bring politics back into it, but it's like the U.S. being everyone's nanny,
the world police, in a sense.
Yeah, the world police, and funding a lot of overseas projects when, you know, like I just imagine like some of that money that's used for like what I deem to be unnecessary funds for things that could have like probably helped solve the homeless problem in our country. Like,
oh yeah,
like it's just some of those things where I'm just baffled with how much money we spend and what we spend it on.
Yeah, and I think that well, I think the big thing, it kind of goes back to, you know, the Five Kingdoms seem to have a mentality of our kingdom first, and and Harrow as when he became, you know, I guess king, he had the mentality of like, hey, we're gonna help everybody, and by doing that, it kind of it hurt his kingdom, or at least hurt, you know, him. But you know, the mentality of the kingdoms didn't change. I mean, that story was good. I think that story was that 2-part episode of telling the story of how really I forgot their name, but Anya's both
parents.
of her, you know, how her parents died, as well as how the queen died, like all kind of wrapped up in one nice little bow. Good story, good themes, good lessons. I mean, that was a strong 2-parter.
It was a strong. They had at the end of the day, multiple themes of like, it took a turn for what I thought it would be. Like, I was like, oh, so that's where they're going with it, where, you know, they're honoring 3 strong women who sacrificed on behalf of the kingdom and in their region, and their self-sacrifice doesn't go unnoticed with the statues and the relics that were built about them. And then at the very end, like, loving your family close, because you never know when you're gonna see them last. And that's why Callum goes and hugs Ezran, and because he values the family, and that's what he learned from the seal.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing forward. I mean, just whatever. I mean, now I feel like the last 3 episodes, we're going to get a little bit more into the cube. I will say that there's been a lack of Sky in this season. So maybe we're going to get a little bit more of, I don't know, Sky Warriors. I don't really know. Like Airbenders. Maybe just dragons. I don't know. I understand why they called season 1 Moon. I'm not really getting the sense of this season being why it's called Sky, to be honest. So maybe we'll find out the last 3 episodes, but we haven't really done anything when it comes to this. Any type of, I mean, we started off essentially still at the old place, and it was more about moon, you know, moon magic, and then we got a little bit of the I guess you could say, with the fire elves, and now the molten, like I could say maybe Earth. I guess it's Earth. But I don't know where the sky is coming from, so we'll find out. But oh well, they saw a dragon at the end, so maybe they go to some dragon kingdom or something. But cool. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. Definitely, again, enjoy that episode, guys.
Season 2's hitting, and we appreciate it.
Season 2 is hitting. Yeah, we really like season 2. I know some of you guys were, I wouldn't say complaining, but you guys were essentially like, it will get better. Just soak it all in because it's going to get better. And it definitely is at this point. So we're definitely excited about where we're heading. And we again, comment below anything that we might have missed or anything that we said that hit you guys in a certain way, whatever it might be. Try not to say any spoilers. You guys have been doing a good job at that. But yeah, we always appreciate what you guys say, and then, you know, reading any type of feedback or anything. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.
Stay connected, stay alive, and comment below.
Stay alive. See